while we're developing in utero, our baby is going to be in that flex forward position. We're going to have this restriction here at the base of the tongue coming all the way down the front of the neck. Hi, I'm Dr. Ludeman from Bolingbrook Family Chiropractic, and today I'm going to be reading some questions that we've had on the videos that you see on our YouTube or our Instagram from different moms that have questions for their kids with kids that have a tongue tie. So Marissa T asked, my baby had a tongue tie release, but still has gas. She's still crying and poor latching. Why? That's a great question. I'm glad that you asked. So depending on when your kid had their tongue tie release, they could still have developed dysfunctional patterns or motor patterns in their ability to latch and feed. So our tongue ties are formed between 4 to 6 weeks in utero. They come from these neural tube cells that were supposed to split and they didn't split. So what happens is that while we're developing in utero, our baby is going to be in that flex forward position. We're going to have this restriction here at the base of the tongue coming all the way down the front of the neck. So if we're in that flex position and the tongue is not able to elevate up to the roof of the mouth, that is a tongue tie. And we'll see that because those midline tissues didn't separate. So we have all of our time in utero to develop poor swallowing mechanics because baby still is getting fluid in, they're still being fed from the umbilical cord, but they are still having hiccups, getting their tongue to the roof of the mouth, swallowing. Then depending on when you see a myofunctional therapist or a chiropractor or your pediatric dentist, when you're having these issues with swallowing, suckling, latch, colic, reflux, etc., you need to see someone before you have a release in order to get the tension released from the tie. Then once you have your tongue tie released, we still need to do post-op body work. So just because you have that tongue tie release doesn't mean that it's instantly going to go away. Clinically in our office, we see that it takes about 6 weeks for us to retrain those motor patterns of the tongue. And then we start to see the kid going and pressing up into those extensions. We're fixing those crawling patterns. We're fixing that cervical curve so it can go into lordosis. We're fixing the thoracic spine so it can go into a kyphosis. But you're not going to see an instant fix just because you had that tethered tissue release when we're talking about 9+ months of them being stuck in this position in utero.